So the guy that everyone seems to call when something goes wrong. You're the dependable one, the steady one, the rock. You show up, you fix the things, you don't make a fuss, and then quietly goes back to pretending everything's fine. Everyone seems to lean on you, but when do you get to lean on someone? You're burned out, but you keep showing up. You're tired, but you smile anyway. And when you do finally fall apart, it's behind closed doors when no one can see you. This episode isn't about being weak. It's about being human. It's about what happens when the strong one starts to slowly break down. Because being the fixer comes at a cost. And today, we're going to talk about it. We're talking about something that's rarely named but deeply felt. This is the fixer's fatigue. The emotional burnout that happens when helping everyone else leaves you with nothing left. It's time we talked about what it costs to always be the strong one and how you can start putting yourself back into the picture. What makes the fixer? Let's go back a bit. Think about when this role started for you. Were you the kid who kept the peace at home? The one who made mum laugh when dad was angry? The lad who grew up fast because someone had to? So often the fixer isn't just a role. It's an identity formed by response to chaos or instability. You learned early that if you didn't step up, no one would. That sense of responsibility followed you into adulthood. It's just a pattern. You step in, you clean up, you calm things down. But over time, this becomes less about love and more about survival. It becomes about keeping things under control, even if that means neglecting yourself completely. Let's not forget about how society rewards this behaviour. You get praise of being the strong one. People call you reliable, selfless, dependable. But no one asks how you're really feeling. Because the world doesn't check in on the fixer, it relies on him. So what's the emotional cost? Now let's talk about what that actual cost is to you. Emotionally, it's draining. You're constantly holding space for other people, listening to problems, giving advice, stepping in. Who's doing that for you? There's a silent rule that we internalise. Don't complain, just cope. Be useful, not emotional. And so we press on, even when it hurts. You start to feel worn out, unappreciated, isolated, angry even. You don't know where to put it. That internal build-up of resentment, that's your soul waving a red flag. You're running on empty, emotionally bankrupt. But you keep giving because it's all you know how to do. And then the shame creeps in. You tell yourself, I shouldn't feel less tired. I shouldn't feel like this. I'm lucky compared to others. I just need to toughen up. But you don't need to toughen up. You just need to soften up in the right places. You need to be met with the same compassion you offer to others. So resentment, burnout and identity loss. Let's first talk about resentment. It's one of the most misunderstood emotions for men, but it's also one of the most powerful. Resentment tells us we've crossed our own boundaries, or that others have crossed them without permission. It tells us we've overgiven, overfunctioned even. But because many of us don't know how to name it, we just start shutting down instead. You stop answering messages, you become short-tempered or withdrawn. You might even sabotage relationships because you don't know how to say, I need help. And then that's followed by the burnout, the silent kind. Not the loud or dramatic, but quiet, creeping, deadening. You stop feeling joy. You become numb to life. You lose sight of who you are beyond being just useful. And this is what I call identity erosion. When your sense of self disappears under the weight of an obligation. But here's what I want you to hear. You're not only valuable, but you're helping someone else. You have worth even when you're resting, recovering, or simply just by being. So how can we reclaim our own needs? So what do we need to do about all this? First, we have to start listening to ourselves again. Ask, what do I actually need? What am I actually feeling, honestly? Where am I overextending out of fear, not for love? This might make you feel uncomfortable, but self-awareness is the first step out of this fatigue. Secondly, build boundaries. Start small. Say no when someone drains you. Take time for things that nourish you. And notice what guilt comes up, because it will. This guilt isn't truth. It's just a symptom of being trained to put everyone else first. And thirdly, open up. Tell someone what's really going on. Not the polished version, the real one. And if that's hard, start Just start with journaling or voice notes to yourself. Let the truth move through you in whatever way you can. Healthy helping versus the fixer. So there's a big difference between helping and fixing. Helping is mutual, respectful, energy giving. Fixing is often one-sided, rescuing, draining. Many of us become fixers because we didn't want others to feel what we once felt. Helpless, scared, broken even. But in doing so, we rob people of their growth, their own learning. Let others have their process. Let people fail and rise on their own terms. Because you're not responsible for everyone else's healing. You're only responsible for your own. And in doing that, in focusing on your own well-being, you actually become more grounded, more honest, more present. That's the man the world needs. Not the exhausted fixer, but the whole man, the real man. So as we begin to wrap up, let's talk about rebuilding. What brings you joy? Real joy. Not the should joy, but the soul deep peace joy that's in you. Is it music? Is it walking in nature? Is it being creative, reading, just sitting in silence, watching a film, gaming even? Start reconnecting with that version of you, the one behind the mask. The one who isn't always needed, the one who just is. You don't need to be productive to be worthy. You don't need to be everyone's hero to be loved. Give yourself permission to rest, to feel, to need. This is your work now, not fixing everyone else's, but healing the fixer that's in you. So, as always, if this message has hit home, take a few minutes a day to check in on yourself. Ask yourself, what have I been given that I now need to give to myself? And if you know someone else who's always holding it together, share this with them. Let them know they're not alone. And if you enjoy this podcast, leave a review, drop a message. I love hearing how this is landing for you. And you've been listening to Big Dave in Raw and Real Beyond the Mask. Let's keep showing up, honestly, humanly, together. Love you all. Bye for now.